what is up, my friends? I'm checking over here in the group to see that it is all popped up and you can see me. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. We are in day 4 now. I just love it. Okay, wait, let me. I'm checking over here in the group to see that it is all very cool. I can see it's happening. Love it. Okay, yes, awesome. We are a go. I love this. Yes. Okay, let me make my thing full screen. Boom. Hello. We are off. Day 4 offer creation. All right. So if you are hashtag team live or team replay, put that in right now. Obviously, this is right now team live. So if you're present, definitely put in your hashtag team live because you are here. Yeah. All right. Now first comment, what Disney movie is this? Come on, come on, come on. And then after you get the Disney movie, what are the main characters? And you get bonus points if you know the name of this character. I honestly don't know at the top of my head. But if you get it, that's amazing. All right, so I remember being, oh yeah, that's right. I remember being at a summer ballet program, because I did summer ballet programs. They were intensive study. I think it was like a month or 2 months. I would go away to like Houston Ballet, Central Pennsylvania Youth Ballet. Where else did I go? Milwaukee Ballet. I would go to these places for the summer and train intensively. And there was one summer where Aladdin had just came out and everybody was singing it all the time. I remember after we had seen the production of the Milwaukee Ballet Company, we were walking on the lawn and we were just like singing out, you know, to Moses. What was it? Oh my gosh. A whole new world. We were all just singing it. Oh gosh. Anyway, so a lot of fond memories about that. Write down, what is your favorite song from that movie? I'm very curious. I think mine's going to be Never Had a Friend Like Me. I mean, well, had them 40 thieves. Or Prince Ali's pretty good, but I think it's going to be that one. Yeah, Friend Like Me is really good. Okay. So has anyone else here done summer ballet programs? I don't know. That might be a stretch. That's not part of my cohort necessarily, but just curious. That's really fun. All right. Now, I actually wanted to, before I dive into everything, talk about why this community is really, really valuable to me with a story, because stories are fun. Okay, some of you may know this, but I want to say a little over a year ago, I created a campaign, PT is Sexy. It came about because I was at Graham Sessions. It's an annual conference that the private practice section puts up where we have really, goodness, I want to say provocative, but things that we talk about things that push the boundaries within the APTA, hard topics. We don't go for the easy stuff there. It's really, really cool. And I was there for the first time and somebody was speaking and the speaker said, you know, as a side note, she gets, well, because we know PT isn't sexy. And if you know me, I was sitting there thinking, wanna bet? And so I sat there and created a campaign, a whole social media campaign of 30 days of PT is Sexy. And I was collaborating with other people at the table. And they're like, oh, you got to make sure it's diverse. You got to, you know, and we were just having a lot of fun. I showed it to a lot of people high up in the APTA. And I was just so excited. I'm like, this is genius. So then fast forward. So I start doing the 30 days of PT is Sexy campaign on my Facebook personal profile, which automatically becomes a tweet. But I'm not a big tweeter. I live on Facebook because I like this circle of communication we've discussed. So I'm posting on there regularly. Okay, so you get that story. Now I have to give another story to you. There was this, or it currently is, a very established dance physical therapist, amongst many other dance physical therapists, where I was trying to create relationships with them after graduating PT school. And these are people that I may have interviewed on my old podcast, Physiotherapy Performance Perspectives, or just trying to make relationships. And I did this by sending out Facebook messages saying, hey, I would love to chat, oh, I heard this, or any type of conversation. I really like conversation. By the way, I'm going to want to get on the phone with you guys to bond and have conversation, help you out with each of your things and just connect even more. That being said, So I never heard from this particular dance physical therapist. And I didn't think anything of it. Some of us don't really check our Facebook messages. Maybe that's just not her thing, or whatever it was. I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, whatever. And then fast forward a couple months later, I'm putting up this PT is Sexy campaign. And suddenly I get a message from this dance physical therapist who I admire. And I always thought was nice. So never had a friend like me. No one can top Robert. I know, right, Laura? Oh my God, Robert Williams. Anyway. So the brain fart of fuckadoodle. Hold on. So I was sitting there. So I finally hear from her, and she messages me, and she says, "Are you sure about this PT is Sexy campaign? Do you think it's a professional thing, a good idea to be doing at this time?" And I have learned from any type of business or any relationship building, if it's a hard conversation, in person is first. Second choice is voice. So I said, hey, I was like, I would love to talk to you on the phone with this more. Are you free? Never heard anything back from her. Fast forward. And I was doing consistent posts, another one came up, and there's so many sidebars on this. I'll get to that sidebar. You know, when I was saying there's a lineage of stories and there's all these other side stuff. Woo! Oh, I'm going to do a little sidebar. I'll go back to it though. So I hear back from her again saying, hey, yeah, I would like to have that conversation with you. And at this point I was working with, I always invest in mentors, and I was working with one, and I was like, I just don't feel like, I don't know if I want to talk with her. And my mentor really helped me see that she was only reaching out to me when she had negative feedback to give. When I was trying to create a positive relationship with this person that I, yes, admired, there was no time for me. But there was time for me to tell me what I was doing wrong. So I knew to cut it off. I was like, I'm not even bothering with this. This is like, bye, bye, bye. You guys, you're going to be coming up with this stuff all the time. And I don't deal with that in this group. And I appreciate and love you for that. I think that's a really big deal. There's a lot of BS. Okay, let me go back to my little sidestep. So for me, hashtag Black Lives Matter, period. If you disagree with that, if that really bothers you so much that I'm like hardcore hashtag Black Lives Matter, you can leave the group. Okay, so that being said, so the posts that I did the second time, I was doing all different ethnicities and looks and everything, but I hadn't done a good looking Black man yet. And so I put up one with it. It was a very good looking Black man with a shirt. I mean, hot guys. And I put PT is Sexy. And that's the one she responded to. So there are thoughts there too, because there were all other skin tones, but when that skin tone came out, it was somehow like, so many levels there. I'm like, this is not someone I want to know. Yes. Okay. Now comment hashtag been there if you have dealt with any type of naysaying, discouragement like this ever in your life, or even PT school or similar to mine. If you have ever been there, just write it down below. This community is important for us to really, really build and be here for each other. I can't emphasize that enough. This is love, support. So that's just one of my little backstories, so you guys can really see what I want and want to continue getting in this group. Today is super important, so you need to commit to the homework. All right, so I commit. Write down hashtag I commit. Do the like, love. Put up some energy. Start hitting that button like it's like you're a cat playing with a toy or something. Okay, so feel free to ask any questions so I'm able to help you as we go. Also, of course, I will be getting on the phone with you guys at the end of this individually. I can do it. We can do it. It's going to be great. Let's review what we have done. So day one, I talked about how you need to be on a platform where we can have that circle of communication, the Facebook group. And also, if you already have that, then you want to now be working on a podcast. Day two, I spoke about messaging, your who, what, how, and why. Okay, then day three, we spoke about content, specifically how we have that feeder content that goes to our core message delivery system, or who, what, how, and why. So comment hashtag content below. Yes, I know I'm having you write a lot of stuff, but dude, this keeps us going. This keeps us motivated. So do comment hashtag content down below if you totally understand where we are at with all those concepts right now. Great. Okay, so you ready? Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Love this character. All right, this is the definition of offers. The complete offer, offers are the complete offer of what you get when you buy something. So it's the whole package. Okay, there's a book I want you to check out. It's by Russell Brunson. It's called .com Secrets. Amazing. He talks about this concept of value ladder, and I'm going to be going into that in here, but if you want to dive deeper and understand it better, that book is excellent. Okay, he was saying, Russell Brunson, that every business has a value ladder, which is the ascension of your dream customer from where they are now to where they want to be. Okay, they will become one day the top of your ladder. All right, now I'm going to talk a little bit more of this value ladder. You will get visual stuff later, but I'm going to first just do audio and like hand motions as I'm speaking to explain it. Okay, so there's a value ladder. Okay, at the bottom of the ladder, the first step is your free offer. Okay, after your free offer, you're going to have your next offer will be a tripwire offer. Both of these offers are designed to offset the startup costs. For instance, when I did the Dance Physical Therapy Summit, it was free and then $25 to catch the replays. Okay, makes sense? All right, then at the highest, then in the middle of the ladder, so we have free, we have tripwire. Middle is the core offer. At the very top is the ascend offers, like highest price point offers that you are giving, your big kahuna. All right. There is a tripwire offer between each thing. So between the free offer and your core offer is a tripwire offer. That's going to be a price point between. And then between your core offer and your ascend, there's going to be a tripwire in between as well. You're going to have people come into your world who are interested and build up to be very, very good for this final offer. Okay, we are going to be focusing on our front end offer, the core offer, so that middle of the ladder. That's where we're focusing. The different price points and offers all have a different purpose. Okay, one time I was at CSM, Combined Section Meeting, in case you guys forget that and you're not familiar with it, and a student came to me and she had a problem. She had an active engaged group and was unable to sell anything. The people were not buying anything she was selling. I started to assess if a core offer was available. I asked her, said, do you have a core offer? She had no idea if she had a core offer. She just had an offer. She couldn't even really articulate it. I too had that problem initially before working with my mentors and creating a system of having a very active Facebook group and being unable to sell anything to them. My problem was that I had a group, but no consistent way to go about how to sell a core offer to my group. The problem with the dance physical therapist at CSM and me is that we both didn't understand what an offer is. The definition is that the core offer had to solve the core problem of the core message delivery system. It had to solve the problem of the who, what, how, and why. Okay, this is a visual, and I love this. Ooh, okay. So the lamp is where they're at now, and the poof cloud is a desired point where your person wants to be. So what are we doing right now? This is my core message delivery system right now that you are experiencing. We are trying to get this core offer to help you build something to get you to the desired result. Your core offer needs to go through that problem and solve it to get them to where they ultimately want to be. Yes? Cambria, I didn't get a C, but I hope you got the character, this character that I'm featuring. Okay. let's say there's someone with a $997 course. You go and you build an audience around that message. Then you learn that the core offer did not answer the problem of your core audience with it following their who, what, how, and why. Okay. So it didn't follow the core audience. You have to solve the core problem first before you jump to the offer you want to give. You're not just going to sit there and go from one point and they ask for something, you ignore it and you go to another point. No. Russell Brunson, quoting him, he said, the problem is that we are figuring out how this could serve me. Would I want this product? The problem is that we aren't coming from the customer's perspective and how it is going to serve the customers. If you flip that, everything will completely change. All right, so who? For us, we're treating dancers. That's the focus of my core audience so we're treating dancers. When we are designing our offers, we are going to the market and we're answering this question. What does the core offer need to do? For instance, point shoe readiness, pirouette improvement, decreasing hip pain. For Amy, tennis. Something to do with tennis. It's not my world. I don't speak it. For Mary Lou's, it's pediatrics. You follow me? All right. We need to find out how to get these students and professional physical therapists to treating dancers. Then, what does my core offer have to do? It has to give the steps that are necessary. Remember when I said 20% art, 80% science? We're in the 80% science right now. Okay. So does this make sense? Actually, I want to check in. Comment hashtag makes sense so I can just really make sure everybody is good. It is sketchy salesman from Aladdin. I know. I go comment hashtag makes sense if this makes sense if you're following me so far. So when I personally was looking at my core offer and what my audience wanted, I learned that it was totally different. I had an audience of physical therapists that wanted to learn how to work with dancers. For me, with my musical theater group, my NYC musical theater performers, I was very impact driven. At first, I was selling physical therapy, which of course would be the instinct. I'm going to give you exercise. Blah, blah. I was busy teaching them all physical therapy stuff. When I switched it and learned what they wanted, I found an entirely different offer that helped them with what they wanted. Just because my offer was good, it didn't mean it was the right offer. Let me explain a little deeper with my own experience. So for them, I was in there going like, oh yeah, you just need to, prevent your injuries. And, this is good for your body if you have any pain with movement. I was so general. I really didn't understand. And it's when I was starting to talk to them, I started to speak to their pain points. I'm like, hey, we're in COVID-19 right now, and we want to be ready to go and not like, oh crap, I've just lost everything before we get back. Once I started doing messaging like that and talking about rehearsals, talking about singing, talking about online submissions, all these things with people individually, and also just as my big go-to point when I do my weekly healthy half hour, that's when I started to connect and started to get patients. It was awesome. Okay, so how many of you, and write down me below if this is you, how many of you have had something to sell that was really awesome, just really awesome, and your audience didn't care about it? Write down hashtag me below. Building an audience that wants something else, it doesn't matter how good your product is or how much it will help them if your audience doesn't want it. Danielle, I see you're saying kinda may need to rewatch. Just wait, Danielle. I'm going to be going in deeper and deeper, and you're going to get an aha moment if you're not getting yet. Okay, so I'm going to keep diving in more and more. Okay. All right. I may right now have an offer. It may be awesome, but first we need to look at it from the perspective of who. You can take your offer and tweak it to what your audience wants. For instance, when I first started selling physical therapy sessions, I had this online program called Powerful Performer. It was a wellness program that was so good for them. Injury prevention, rehab, all that stuff. More injury prevention. I asked my potential performer patients what they wanted, and it literally had nothing to do with physical therapy. They didn't care about things that would make them money. They wanted to become better artists. I had the hardest time trying to figure out what to sell because I wasn't listening to them. Nobody was buying anything. I eventually learned how to take the same product and just change the messaging with it that fit with what performers wanted. For instance, I have, and you can copy this to the freaking T, I have an improve your turnout program. Guess what? That's a knee rehab. That's a foot and ankle rehab program. Anybody who has genu valgum and pronates, it's preventing injuries. But how am I approaching it? Improving your turnout. Because guess what? They will improve their turnout and therefore get their knees off their toes and reduce their risk for injury. So I'm still actually doing the exact same thing. I just packaged it completely differently. Does that make sense, Danielle? I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to keep diving. If it doesn't. Okay. So I gave you the example. Okay. Now, if you are liking this right now, if you're like, okay, this is good for me, write down hashtag liking it, hit the like love, bring energy back to this conversation. Keep this going. Be like, do the little, like the gopher game. All right. Okay. So do you mind if I teach you about structuring offer? Write yes or no down below. Guess what? I'm going to teach you anyway, but it'd be funny if somebody said no and then you just say, don't write no, right? Yes, I know you want to learn this. All right. So structuring your offer does not need to be difficult. There is a process to structuring your offer so it sells easily. Yes, you need to take your offer and apply it so it becomes a virtual cash making machine. There is this business guy. He's incredible. Steve Larson, he was one time talking about offer creations. It got me to think about how he has his core offers really set up. So his core offer is, so for me, it's like my dance PT program is my core offer. But then there's bonus. This is worth this much money, but I'm going to sell it to you for this much money. How many of you guys have seen this? Write down me, hashtag me, or if you've seen this before. They added all these things to raise overall value to the offer. How many of you look at this and think, I'll never do that? You see it, you know what they're doing, and you're not a huge fan. I was exactly the same way. Honestly, turned off anytime I saw something like that. I'm like, oh, that's bull. I thought, why don't I include all those extras in the original offer? If I do it with the bonuses, everyone thinks you're just doing it to raise the price. I was wrong. It was not to increase perception. I thought that, but once again, I was wrong. I was at a conference one time. Oh, no, not me. I wasn't at a conference. So, I forget. One of my mentors, what is his name? I'm blanking out. It'll come back to me. He was at a conference one time and he saw a teacher doing a value stack at the end of the presentation. It was done in this straightforward, like no bullshit manner. The presenter then said that he took out part of the offer and said that he took out part of the offer when he was selling. He was saying like, this is what I'm selling, bonus, but I'm not including this anymore. So he asked, I keep saying but he asked the person presenting and said, why did you take out that offer? Because it would have brought the price up, and got a response of laughter. And the presenter said, you're one of those scumbag marketers. And to which he replied, I'm not. And then the presenter explained, we do not add bonuses to increase the overall perception. That is a benefit, but not the reason. We provided bonuses to help handle objections and false beliefs about the product. When I heard this story from one of my mentors, it was a major light bulb for me. What this means is your core offer, your main product, is supposed to solve one core issue. Type the number 1. I need us to be all on the same page right now. Down below. Brianna, what's up? Put just number 1 down below so we really get on the same page. Only 1. Your customer is here and they want to get to a desired place. Your core offer's only purpose designed to go from the starting point to the end point, the goal, where they are now, where they want to be. My core offer needs to come in and get you there. The bonuses are designed to help supplement the offer for any reason you might not think that you will be able to get there by working with me. All right, let me give you example offer. All right. Yes, one. I like seeing the ones. All right. So I am offering right now a dance PT program that will teach you how to treat dancers from A to Z. And then after I'm telling you my core offer, then I give you a long list of bonuses that go along with it that helps counter your false beliefs. Okay. So does anyone here know of the 3 most common types of objections? Do you guys know this? Write down if you know it or if you don't know. Write that down below, because this is really, really valuable. These 3 major objections. This is going to help you out with your preparation and handling them when you're trying to sell your core offer. Okay. So there are 3 common objections. Let me know if you guys know that. No? Okay. I already see one. All I need to see is one no. What's up, Haley? Okay. So the 3 main objections are internal, external, and vehicle. Write that down. Internal, external, and vehicle. So internal means that you don't think that you have the ability to achieve, to handle it or do it. It's something within you that's not where it's not gonna work, from you getting from where you are now to where you want to be. The next one, vehicle, is where they don't think that what you are offering, like the product itself, is going to work for them. Okay, that's the vehicle. And then the last one is external beliefs, other things outside of you that's out of your control. The common ones for that are time, access, and money. Time, access, and money. Okay, so those are very, very common objections that you're going to get. All right, and they come from different places. So if this is a massive light bulb for you to understand the categories of these 3 different objections, write down #lightbulb down below, press the like and love button, do the little pat thing. I love doing this. This is like my thing for the night, but okay, it's okay. All right. I call the bonuses supporting elements. Okay. They are answering what else the buyer thinks they might need in order to solve their problem. Okay. What if I told you I have an offer that will teach you how to be a dance physical therapist? And that's it. You may think that is amazing, but I need to know how to market it as well, because how am I going to get them in the door? Or that is great, but I need something to sell online. But because this is COVID, I want to do online services. And since I'm a student, not a professional physical therapist, the virtual thing will be a good start for right now, so I can do some wellness stuff. That is literally why I have all those bonuses in mind. Everything I just said is stuff that I offer, obviously. But that is literally why those bonuses are there. I originally was like, I just want you to be a better dance PT. And I learned more and more. I was like, oh, wow, they need to know how to get these dancers in the door, because otherwise, how are they going to use these skills? Like, it's a joke. They are one and the same. They completely go together. You following? Okay, I'm going to talk about the homework. So the homework itself, you're going to be answering 4 questions. And I'll be putting up the PDF and everything. Oh, side note, I know I didn't get to everyone. I will be getting to everyone. I'll be doing catch up all the way through the last day, and then also an individual one-on-one conversations with you, each of you. So if you didn't see any comments yet, it's fine. It's gonna be great, but I'll get to you. Okay. So question 1 is, what is the first step your ideal customer needs to take to want to buy your core offer? What is the first step your ideal customer needs to take to want to buy your core offer? In other words, what do they need to understand or accomplish? All right, 2, does your core offer solve one core problem? So does it solve one core problem? What, and then yes or no, and then what is it? 3, does your core offer teach or provide the framework or process to achieve the result of your core message delivery system? So does it get the person from where they are now to where they want to be? And then the last one, does your core offer have clear supporting elements to help handle false beliefs? And nothing more. We're not doing it just to increase the price. It's to handle false beliefs. Yes or no? Okay, let's go to the final piece. All right, there is another master marketer, Dana Derricks. He has the book, The Dream 100, and is the king of it. And he was speaking one time and he said, hello, the reason that you have such a hard time selling your core offer is because you are trying to sell your core offer. When I learned this, I thought it was like the dumbest thing. I was like, what are you talking about? This is so lame. And then he said, how many of you have had a conversation with someone about your program and they were so completely ready to buy? They were kind of interested at first until they spoke with you, and then they were ready to buy. My mentors, Alex Engar, Will Boyd, are masters in healthcare digital marketing. I'm just so grateful for them. I pay thousands of dollars monthly to get coached by them. I learned from them. I learned from them that in order for me to sell my potential clients to get the program, I need to get them from Headspace 1 to Headspace 2. Do you remember when people used to sell things from door to door? Write down #door if you're from that era. Okay, now let's look at it this way. If they paused to think of who was their dream customer, they would have knocked on the right doors. For instance, say somebody was selling window installations. You would want to know who are the new home buyers because they're the ones who's going to need that more likely. You don't want to waste your time knocking from door to door on people who are good to go. Instead, you can do something like creating a relationship with a real estate agent or a real estate company and get notified when a new home is sold. Genius. Okay, I realize that does not necessarily apply to this group, but it's more for you to get the idea. So now you have to start thinking, what if your audience has to get to a different point? All right, now remember the value ladder. Now you're going to get to see a visual of it. We're going to go back to it. I need to give you all this information before I got into this. Okay. So this is, remember the beginning, free, Tripwire Core, Tripwire Ascend, okay? So here is what we talked about. At the bottom, we have the free, the middle, the core, we got it. All right, so your core offer is usually going to be between $1,000 and $5,000. Okay, I need a pause here because they still do that with roofing and house stuff, LOL. Thanks, Carrie, that's funny. I did not know that. Okay. So your core offers between $1,000 and $5,000. Okay, I need to pause here. I want to talk about how for you guys will be like, oh my God, $1,000. Oh my gosh, start saying these numbers. I need you to start saying these numbers. I need you to feel comfortable, especially for women. There's something that the majority of women get where we feel so uncomfortable saying large numbers. You need to start saying these numbers with no apologies. You say the number and you walk away. That's it. We need that practice. All right. So what is the price of your core offer right now? Have you thought about it? Okay. This is not the highest package, but the core thing that you are selling. The highest package is the Ascend at the very top of this ladder that you see. If somebody comes into your Facebook group and goes through your core message delivery system, they are not giving you any money yet. They are not quite ready to buy your core offer yet. From free to course is a pretty big jump. If I had never given you any money before, I might need to be given a little more time to get ready to buy from you. Instead of going right from free to core offer, you could instead go from free to where they need to be in the headspace. They need to be in that Headspace 1 where they are now to the headspace of where they need to be. That alone could be a good journey for them. The first offer is not the core offer. Okay, it's never going to be your core offer. It needs to be the thing that sells the thing. Okay, the thing that sells the thing. For instance, think of my Dance PT Summit. I did this whole Dance PT Summit. I did the $25 thing that could warm some people up. And then I had individual conversations, which I was saying, like when you get on the phone, that's when they're ready. And then I got the right group together for the Dance PT Program 2.0. It was awesome, so rewarding. Okay. Okay, so it needs to be the thing that sells the thing. It's only $100 to $300 when you're asking if you're doing something in between. This is your tripwire. Okay, it is going to help you sell your core offer. Then, so if you had something, I want to ask you something. If you had something that is going to help you sell your core offer, then why wouldn't you go ahead and do that? Why would you stop yourself from doing that? It's rhetorical. Someone says, I'm having a hard time selling this $5,000 offer. Okay, I have to be on the phone with them for 4 hours, and then this person created an offer in between where they are 5 sessions and then a one-on-one strategy phone call. So basically added some things in between. Okay, from there, the person immediately went to the high offer. Okay. He took steps and put things in between. If you agree, you would be more likely to invest in a person helping you with what you want to make after you've gotten a chance to try it a little bit. Write me below. I mean, wouldn't you be more likely to invest if you got to have a little sample of it first? Yes. Hello, look at this. You're getting a sample right now. I'm literally living exactly what I'm teaching you, okay? At each step, they trust you enough to go to the next step. Okay, was this helpful? Comment hashtag helpful below. Hit the like, love, do the little pat thing. Oh my gosh, if any of you guys are able, or maybe you're on your phone like that's hysterical. I would love to see a video of that. That would be so funny if any of you guys are able to do that. Okay, let's give some examples here. So the price point of what you offer does not really matter at the end of the day. If your value ladder is this, and your core offer is $50,000, and your ascend offer is say $100,000, you're probably not going to have your front end offer that first tripwire be $50. It will probably be something like $5,000. Most people don't offer this. Okay, let's go down to lower numbers. All right. So most people offer this, where the highest ticket is $25,000 and the core offer is $15,000. That means the tripwire itself will be $97. The question you need to ask yourself is not what the price of the tripwire is. That doesn't matter. What you really need to ask yourself is, what is the next step that will take them from free to core? Then you ask yourself, what is it worth? There is no wrong answer. It just needs to be between the free and core offer. Okay, does that help? Say hashtag helped down below if this helps you. Okay, write down hashtag helped. All right, this works. I'm telling you, people, there are people who I have coached who are grateful for one-on-one help, and I want to actually show you some students of mine who have said that investing in my core offer has been so great for them. So, and I want this, when you're seeing this, of course it's like showing people from my program, but I want you also to see how people are grateful for what I provided. We are actually helping people. Our goal is to help, and you will. It's not, this isn't about money. This is about getting to help people, like I'm getting to help you right now. Okay, so these are all written. Okay, so hi everyone. Slowly but surely I'm catching up. First, I've learned so much in this program. Here are big takeaways from it. For the dance portion, I really like the ballet screen and point shoe readiness assessment. I feel confident to screen and evaluate dancers to the point where I start a dance PT mini clinic within the clinic I'm working at. So that's super exciting. For the marketing, I really enjoyed the sales, pitching, conversations we can have with potential clients. Lastly, for the business portion, definitely all the resources Jenna has showed us and helped us navigate through has opened my eyes to a whole new world that isn't as scary as it once was. I literally didn't know 99% of the resources even existed, like Canva, Wix, and so on. I just knew of Instagram and Facebook, LOL. But mostly the main takeaway was, do rather than be a perfectionist. I was trying to think, I was like, what does DO stand for? So the main takeaway was do rather than be a perfectionist. This is something that I strive for and will keep working to become better at. Loved being a part of this great group. Okay, so I want to show you this. This next one I'm going to show you is actually from the naysayers. This is important to share because most of you are currently dealing with, have dealt with, or will deal with it because it happens. All right. And this is actually from a former instructor of mine. After I did a post for this, I was doing posts to promote this 5-day workshop in which I am helping people. And he put it at minute 0. So had not watched anything. Okay. There are many routes to one's goals of treating a specialized population. Dance, sports, teams, and pelvic health are the most requested. I have this conversation untold times a year. Get your skills, basic skills on, develop a plan A and B and C, project your passion by getting involved in the professional association. It's a process, not a poof magic trick. From a former teacher of mine from my physical therapy school where I invested thousands and thousands of dollars. Way to mentor. Way to build someone up. So good. Now, for those of you who may not see it, this is a really not nice post. That's the thing. When naysaying comes about, it can definitely come about in a very hidden way. Where it can look, they think it looks professional, but you have to think of the timing of things and how things and why they're posting this, okay, and what is really happening here. I'm getting an education moment from my former instructor when I'm talking about educating and helping other people on how to get a profitable dancer audience. I'm not saying poof magic trick. Have I said poof magic trick anywhere in here? No. But there's a lot of assumptions and a defense from his end. I never asked for it. Not a go you, I'm proud of you for putting on this event. You're going to help many people. No, this is the response. This is naysaying at its finest in the PT profession because it's hidden with this, like, I know he's seeing it as a professional response. That's totally fine to say. No. Intentions are seen, and I want you to know it's okay if you read things like this. Trust your instincts. So that being said, so I want to share this because you're going to get naysayers along the way, and guess what? We all deal with it, and so many of you, I know, students and even professional students more so because you get battered down while you're in school. It's horrible, but like imposter syndrome is so real and alive amongst physical therapists. So I need to show you how I'm still thriving even with this bullshit. Okay, let me get to the happy point. And I needed to finish on this one because that's just such a okay, so hey, Jenna, I cannot even explain to you how needed, not a want, but an absolute need tonight's call was. Before this, I'm getting emotional. Hold on. Okay. Before this call, I was literally making a list of things that brought me joy and the things that stressed me out. And guess what? The list of things that were stressing me out was so much longer. But so many of those things were addressed in tonight's call. I feel refreshed. I feel redirected. I feel back on the right path. Thank God. As you can guess, I definitely cried. Happy tears when I got this message. I was like, ah. Okay, so, and which I'm getting emotional now as I read it. Wow, just so thankful for you, your energy, your knowledge, and your wonderful network of friends that brings so much value and direction to my physical therapy journey. Phew! Do not know what I would do without you guys in this program. Seriously, might still not be in PT school. You guys, I'm just going to pause. I mean, write down hashtag about it if you've ever had those moments in PT school. It can get so rough. As Alexis said, Alexis Arizona Dance Medicine, she comes and does a guest talk in my dance PT program on workshops. I should be sharing my journey on social media. So I was wondering if it's okay to talk about dance PT programs that are in them asking for advice. And I was like, hell yeah, do your thing. Okay. So that's that. So you see, I had the naysayers, sayer on one end, but then I have all this where I'm actually helping people that keeps pushing me forward and shows it's just not about price point. If you're helping out people, like it's just, yeah, it's amazing. Okay. Let's go back to this core ladder. Okay. So you still want to serve them at the core offer, but do you have these 2 steps first, the free offer and the tripwire offer? Okay. I want to know, was this ladder super helpful? Comment hashtag value down below. Okay. Let me know. The last thing I want to teach you really quick. Okay. There's a false belief. All right, I want to correct. And this is the false belief. The person who buys the core offer is different from the person who buys the Ascend offer. That is wrong. That is incorrect. That is false. They are at a different point in their journey. I'm going to say that one more time. They are at a different point in their journey. I now pay $1,000 a month to my marketing coaches, Alex and Will. I'm at a different point in my marketing journey a year ago, 2 years ago. I was not working with mobile physical therapy coaches for some time. One of them is a very good friend, David Bailiff. And I've seen their stuff for a while. And I always said, he never mentioned it ever. And I said, you're my sites when I'm ready and I need you, I will. And now they are. Because COVID happened, I'm moving to a different state. I was like, ooh, I'm tapping on some things that's new for me. I need to learn. I need to get coached. I need to get motivated. I do not like writing emails. So they really help me with writing those emails. Like I haven't written my weekly emails that I do this week because I hate them. But I will, but I just don't like doing them. All right, it's true. Okay. So let's review your homework. So number one, what's the first step someone needs to take in order to get your core offer? 2, does your core offer solve one core problem? If so, what is it? Does your core offer get you from where they are now to where they want to be? And then does your core offer have clear supporting elements to handle the false beliefs, the vehicle, internal, external? Does it have all those little bonus offers that will help obliterate that so you can really, really help them? All right, if you commit to doing the homework, do it now. Hashtag I commit, put it down. I commit. Hit the like, love. Do it like over and over again. Love, 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 love. Like. Do like 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, just to keep this really, really active. When you guys are hitting the like and being active, it helps bump this up to the top of the page too for anybody who's catching the replay. So it really is like a group help, okay? If you want to turn your group into a cash flow thing, which you do because you're not going to be seeing all your dancers for free, fact, you first need to sell the thing that sells the thing. Sell the thing that sells the thing. It's the free Tripwire core. Sell the thing that sells the thing, okay? Make sure you are coming from your customer's perspective. This is not about what you think is a good idea. It's what they want and grow from there. Actually serve your people. And guess what? Bonus, which I know you're going to imposter syndrome, you can make a crap load of money. It's a good thing. You do not invest this much in PT school to be timid about prices. No, you can make a crap load of money. I was a musical theater performer before this. You think I didn't get into this for the money? Hello? Like, get paid nothing in musical theater. Okay, so and then last one is you do not need a lot of people in your group or a massive following in order to have sales success. Okay? Yes? Capiche? All right, hit the like and love button. I'm going to feel free. I've had some people sometimes private message me with questions. If you feel more comfortable there, that's so fine. I'm going to be posting the homework now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mwah! Love you.